Good evening, lovely people. This is your news anchor Jyasthika from Hosla Radio, and you're listening to Hosla Varta, the real news of society. Let's get right into our global and national news update from the past few days. Global tensions, national initiatives, the economy, sports, and inspiring environmental action. Starting up with some international news. Middle East escalation sends oil prices surging. Over the last 3 to 4 days, a US strike on Iranian nuclear facilities triggered missile retaliation from Iran targeting Israel, sharply heightening regional tensions. The strategic Strait of Hormuz, through which nearly 20% of global oil transits, now appears vulnerable. As a result, Brent crude has climbed past $77 per barrel, marking an 11% increase this week, the sharpest jump seen so far this year. Financial institutions like the OECD and World Bank warn that each $10 rise in oil prices can reduce global GDP growth by 0.5%, underscoring how geopolitical flashpoints can ripple across economies. Now, some national news. UP introduces environmental curriculum in schools. In a forward thinking move, the Uttar Pradesh government has integrated modules on water conservation and Ganga rejuvenation into secondary school textbooks. Students will now engage in projects like rainwater harvesting audits, Ganga cleanup drives, and community outreach campaigns. Education Minister Gulab Devi commented, "We aim to foster eco-citizens from the ground up." Kerala fisherfolk demand relief after shipwreck. A fishing vessel recently sank near Thottapalli, damaging breeding grounds for sardines and mackerel. Local fisherfolk are demanding a full-scale investigation, cleanup efforts, and reparations. Sergeant Joseph of the Kerala Fishermen's Federation stated, "We want sustainable solutions that protect our livelihoods." Now moving on to some economy-related news. Rising oil prices threaten inflation in India. With Brent crude climbing, India might face escalating fuel costs, which could fuel inflation and pressure household budgets. Analysts are warning that the RBI might postpone any planned rate cuts to counter these trends. BOE holds steady amid global volatility. In London, the Bank of England has maintained rates at 4.25%, citing geopolitical instability and uncertain energy markets. Global central banks are navigating a delicate balance, supporting growth while curbing the inflationary impact of rising oil prices. Global trade and policy risks dim growth prospects. According to the World Bank, global GDP growth is now at its lowest level in 15 years, excluding recession periods, affected by energy instability, lingering trade tensions, and climate policy delays. Now we have some sports news entering. International cricket. Test match drama at Headingley, India versus England. India has put in a massive first inning, total of 471 runs, powered by centuries from Shubman Gill scoring 147 runs and Rishabh Pant scoring 134 runs. England fought back late in the session with Ollie Pope leading their reply. By stumps, England stood at 209 for 3, trailing by 262. Jasprit Bumrah was instrumental, claiming all 3 early English wickets, proving once again why he's central to India's bowling attack. Despite a dramatic no-ball controversy denying him a 4th wicket, his performance kept India on top. Off-field sparks flew as both teams wore black armbands in tribute to England's late fast bowler Dave Lawrence. National hockey news. Indian men's hockey team struggled to continue. India's hockey team suffered their 7th straight loss in the FIH Pro League, falling 3-6 to world's number 3 Belgium in Antwerp. Despite fighting back, tied 2-2 mid-game, Belgium pulled away strongly in the final quarter. The losing streak now casts doubt on India's path to the World Cup qualification. Now, some environmental news. Punjab Birds campaign gains momentum. Dr. Tejdeep Kaur Clare from PAU has launched a campaign to restore declining bird populations in Ludhiana. She urges citizens to plant native trees like jamun, amaltas, and peepal, providing water bowls, reduce pesticides, and record sightings via platforms like eBird. She says even small steps can rebuild ecological balance. Heat wave hits Kashmir, strains water supply. Srinagar has reached 35.2 degrees Celsius, its highest June temperature in 20 years, while Jammu hit 36.5 degrees Celsius. Water scarcity is a growing concern as infrastructure struggles to keep pace with the rising summer temperatures. India's moment of choice. From geostrategic oil volatility and economic crossroads, India to gripping sports action and citizen led environmental initiatives, India is navigating a world in flux. Our steps, whether planting a tree, studying water conservation, or supporting resilient institutions like the RBI, shape our national journey. Sports, environmental courage, and civic responsibility keep us hopeful and engaged. That's all for today on Hosla Varta. I'm Jyasthika. Stay aware and stay inspired. And until next time, take care of yourselves, be hydrated. Thank you.